studio, you'll see that our equipment are really modern sa eskwela, no? In Katipunan, yeah. I'd like to say that I think we have one of the best equipments for any school sa filmmaking. Siguro, if you compare this with the UP or Medellin and Mawilfa, I think we have the best equipment so far.
Pwede kami bumisita sa studio.
Yeah.
Sa school. Mag-popular.
Katipunan. Oh, it is a 219 Katipunan.
Exact address pa pakiulit direct.
It's a 219.
219.
YDG building. Yalong de Guzman building. Katipunan Avenue. 219 Katipunan Avenue. Hindi maliligaw kasi katabi na ng Shell. It is immediately after Labor Hospital. Labor, tapos merong Shell doon, katabi lang kami yung building. Now, yes ma'am.
Why venture film school?
Well, nung wala pa kayo, I think Marilo directed, I produced Karnal.
Yeah.
And the late Marilo Abaya directed it for me. And she was telling me during a breakfast meeting with her, sabi ko, Marilo, bakit medyo mahina tayo sa alam mo na, art film yung Karnal, no? So we were expecting a blockbuster film, no? Kasi nasanay tayo sa mga FPJ movies ko, mga action films. So, yun, napag-sabi, well, hindi sanay ang sabi niya at that time, I think the Filipinos are not ready to watch artsy movies, no? Medyo malalim na content. So they wanted mga universal appeal na mga drama-drama, hindi malalim masyado. But it was an art film, so it made a lot of awards all over the world. No? Marami siyang award at that time. At saka at that time, we decided to set up this school. Nakita rin niya yung the directing was really bad in some of the films that we made. Marami siyang criticism noon. Sabi niya, let's come up with a school that will teach this new generation. Parating na yung new generation of filmmakers, no? So they'll be able to see the teachings that we generate from UCLA, from New York, no? Sa UK, no? Siya, UK, aral sa UK si Marilo eh. Ako naman, aral ng konti sa Sunset Boulevard sa Hollywood for many months. And then, yun nga, we decided to set up the school that was 15 or 18 years ago. Because Marilo's dream was to come up with beautiful movies every time. Mataas ang niya, ang pangarap niya sa filmmakers dito. And it is also my passion. Gusto ko magkaroon ng eskwela dahil gusto ko rin matuto yung mga kabataan. And it's making good right now. Nakita niyo mga produkto namin, no? In fact, some of these students are not yet graduated, but they are already being contacted by these networks. Karamihan sa kanila nasa networks ngayon, nasa GMA, ABS, Channel 5, no? Walang all our students are working. Walang napapakante. Okay, so much about APFI. Okay. Now, ATBN muna. Roy, by the way, I'd like to introduce our new business. Actually, it's not our business. It is God's business. Okay? Paki-playback mo, Ron.
ETVN stands for Emmanuel Television
It is,
Network.
ETVN is Emmanuel TV Network. Emmanuel means God with us.
This is also the network owned by DirectNet. Most of the content are on the religious sector.
Natutuwa ako. We've not heard so much about you, Ben. But the last movie you did, parang bigla mo kaming bigulaga.
Well, yeah, I'd like to continue that, no? Sasabi natin ni Mel, ano po ito, comeback director? No, it's not actually a comeback thing. It is just, I'm gonna produce and direct the life story of Archbishop Teofilo Camomot, no? He is our next saint. I love this story, and by the way, the writer and Mr. Celso de Guzman, ayun po nakatayin dyan. Siya po writer, he'll talk to you about it later on.
Yeah.
Okay? When I was in Cebu, we had a meeting with our partners there. Napagit po sa akin ng isang partner natin na merong isang storya na dapat igawang pelikula. So, we were given a book about Archbishop Kamomo, and this story was really like Padre Pio. Ang galing ng storya ng obispong ito. So, without any reluctance, I said, let's do the movie. Ang ganda talaga ng storya niya. You'll be impressed when Brother Church will tell you more about it later. Sige, itibigyan mo na.
Just to give a background on Cyber.
You are watching ETVN Philippines.
Wherever you go, they are everywhere. They are God's little 4-foot messengers. God is sending you around the world.
There can be no hereafter for people who have not taken the here and now seriously.
You don't have to put everything right before you become happy. Ibig sabihin niya, now as you are now, you can be happy. One of the things I learned about cancer is,
sinabi ko na sa inyo noon na huwag ninyong kainitan ng kagandahan dahil ang kagandahan naman ay nililipasan ng panahon. Ang kapangitan, yan, pinag-iibay ng panahon. Kaya yung mga magaganda ngayon, bukas pangit na yan. Samantalang ang pangit ngayon, bukas pangit na rin. Ang ibas, ang tatag, walang kapupas-pupas. Welcome po yan sa ating Bishop.
ano yun, it's an honor to be here. Really, to be in front of you, magkaroon ng kwentuhan, ikaw one-on-one with you. This is a dream come true for me. Ang paglako sa ating relasyon sa ating Panginoon. So, nag-develop ko yung prayer life, yung ating pagkilala sa ating Panginoon, like yung pag-aaral ng mga salita ng Diyos, service.
But we know na dadami tayo because you will also testify to other people na nagbago o gumanda ang buhay ninyo dahil dito sa Life in the Spirit Center. Kaya palakpakan naman natin si Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yes, sir. Tell that ETVN was an offshoot of the the Oasis of Love promotions department nila. We were many years ago we were involved with the Oasis. Up until now, nandun pa rin kami sa Oasis of Love. But we are more on the media side. So we are doing all these programs, parang EWTN of the USA. Alam natin ang EWTN sa US. Ngayon lang nagkaroon ng ETVN sa Philippines. So, if you will notice that there are no bloggers there, wala kaming blogging, puro. These are studio-made projects, mga talk shows na sa studio ginagawa, and we also cover masses everywhere. Pag may nag-request, we will cover for them, libre naman. We don't charge this cent. why is it that there is ETVN? May nagtatanong niya sa amin, madalas. Sabi ko nga, I think aside from being in the showbiz for many, many years, it is about time that we do something for the Lord. Sabi ko, we are in the media business, so it is quite easy for us to do something about it, like invite priests, bishops, and other congregations or other institutions to join us. Later on today, we'll be naming some of the coming projects that we'll have at ETVN. That's why Mr. Saludo is here. May mga usapan po kami ng CPCP, yung Catholic Bishops Conference of the Philippines, to do some short things for them. ETVN has been running for the past 5 years, 4 years and a half. In fact, nag-upisa yata ito before, during the pandemic, and it has grown ever since. Kadalasan po, naimbita kami sa mga events ng Divine Mercy. Nationwide po yung Divine Mercy natin. It is a devotion to the Divine Mercy. And many times also, when the Papa Lucia would inaugurate or appoint someone, we will be invited also to cover them. And we have a lot of shows, ongoing shows at ETVN right now, and there are more coming. So ang focus namin dito is just to evangelize. It is not to monetize. We're not making money here. It is just pure evangelization.
How do you access it?
You go to YouTube and Facebook, browse, just check on it. Nandun naman po siya.
Doon siya.
Oo. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Saludo here, who is the Senior Vice President of PTV, and then he'd like to talk more about our forthcoming projects. No? Father Rick. Taga Manila Times din po siya. I forgot to tell you, and he's the press secretary of the former president, Mrs. Arroyo.
Mr. Saludo. Salamat po. Ang pangalan ko ay Rick Saludo, Ricardo, para doon sa mga nagbabasa ng Manila Times. Ito po ako sa mga sumusulat doon ng column tuwing Huwebes at saka Linggo. At ang atin po mga column doon, pinagkahalo po natin ang public affairs, ang mga nangyayari sa mundo at sa bayan, sa mga usaping panrelihiyon. So ina-apply po natin ang relihiyon sa pang-araw-araw na buhay. Dito po sa ETVN, ako po'y pinalad na mailahok ni Direk Ben bilang Vice President for Programming. So ang ating po focus ay programming, at ang mga sinusulong po natin ngayon ay mga programa na talagang kakagatin ng mga importanteng sektor ng ating lipunan. Halimbawa po, last week lang katatapos naming mag-shoot ng 2 episode ng isang programang ang pamagat ay Catecutes. Para po ito sa kabataan, gaya ng mahuhulaan ninyo. So we want to reach out to the youth sector, and not only us who wants to reach out to them. Catecutes po, C-A-T-E-C-U-T-E-S, Catecutes. Pinagsama po siyempre ang salitang katekismo at saka cute. Ito po, kasushoot lang namin last week doon sa programa po. At ito'y lalabas na po sa linggong ito. Ang topic po, isipin nyo pa, hindi pang kabataan, pero ang topic ay Eucharist at saka Sacred Heart. 2 episode po yan. Lalabas this week yung Eucharist kasi sa darating na linggo, it is the Feast of Corpus Christi, which is the Feast of the Eucharist. So, at dito, usapan yung mga kabataan. Ang mga tao doon, panay kabataan. Meron lang kaming isang eksperto na sumasagot sa mga tanong ng kabataan. Yung pa yung isang sektor. We also have upcoming, and we are in discussion with the group of His Eminence, Cardinal David, a drama series. A drama series, ang working title po, Kwentong Kardinal. Bakit po Kwentong Kardinal? It is based on 3 books of short stories written by Cardinal David, recounting true stories from his priesthood And when the time he was a bishop, hindi pa po kardinal nung dahil na pa, pero these are stories, ang pamagat, the gospel of mercy, the gospel of love, and the gospel of hope. Yung gospel of hope, nagkataon man this year, Jubilee Year of Hope. So may mga kwento ko yan, mga kwentong katuwa-tuwa. Our initial episode, may konting katatawanan, may nag-iwan ng bata doon sa parokya. Iniwan doon. Actually, doon sa ladies, iniwan doon sa mga kababaihan doon, babalik daw yung nanay, hindi na bumalik. Ngayon, ang nangyari, pansamantala, inalagaan ng mga pari yung bata. Mukhang hindi yata sila tinuruan ng pag-aalaga ng bata sa seminaryo. No? So medyo maganda yung drama natin doon. Ano? So yan, that is our... So who are we reaching out to here? Yung ating pong nanonood ng mga drama. At syempre, sa kabutihan pala sa aming pakikipag-usap kay Cardinal David, umayag po siya na mag-intro at mag-extra ng mga bawat episode. So we will, we hope that will draw the audience. So yan po ang ating balak, makaabot sa mga sektor na hindi karaniwang para bang malapit sa relihiyon, pero sana maakit po sila. Yes sir, may tatanong kayo.
Yung Cardinal stories, based lahat yung stories.
Mga stories niya. Oh. Now he has a co-writer then na meron din ibang story. Basically, the book is, mostly his stories. Magaganda po ang mga storya. Hindi na namin kayo pangungunahan, pero very, very human stories na when we're ready to launch it, you'll get more information about the episode. Maigli lang po yan, mga 15 to 20 minutes, no? Pero really insightful, very with religious insight, and at the same time, very human stories. Gaya na nasabi ko yung unang episode.
Saan ang airing ito?
Again, online po tayo. Online, no? Of course, pag may lumapit sa ating broadcast network na interesado, well, we'll talk with them. No? Pero, ang importante, meron, like Direk Ben mentioned na we are in discussion with, DCRH is of course a radio station, but they're moving into UHF television, which would be free TV. Yan, bahagi po ito ng mga pinag-uusapang maipasok na programming doon. A third sector we want to reach out is the business sector. Alam niyo po yan, siyempre, these are the decision makers in our society. We also want them to think of the faith and ethics and morals sa kanilang negosyo, sa kanilang pamumuno. Kasama po rito hindi lang ang mga negosyante, kundi mga professionals, no? And we have a show with a working title, Jesus, My CEO. Jesus, My CEO. At ang aming kapartner po dito ay ang Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals, BCBP. Matagal na po itong grupo, panahon pa nung nagsimula yung kasama ng Couples for Christ, yan yung mga nanganak doon sa unang charismatic group na Ligaya ng Panginoon. Nagbunsod po yan ng Couples for Christ at saka BCBP. Kapulong po natin yung BCBP to produce this show that will bring faith to business and the professions. Para po sa panonood po ng ating mga nasa negosyo, sa trabaho, mga pinuno ng lipunan at negosyo, magkaroon po sila din ng pag-unawa sa mga usaping pananampalataya, moralidad, usaping panlipunan, sa pananaw po ng Catholic social teaching. So yan po, and some of the shots you saw there, kasi yung sa aming coverage po with BCBP, hindi lang itong weekly show na ito, kundi ang kanilang mga events, no? Noong Oktubre, nagkaroon ng international conference dito ng mga Christian business groups all over the world. Kinover po natin yan. Yung nakita nyong footage ni Cardinal David, nagsasalita siya, that was a national breakfast meeting of BCBP. So yan po ang aming collaboration sa kanila na para talagang maihatid sa ating mga negosyante at mga nasa profesyon ang diwa ng ating relihiyon. Para maipasok naman po nandiyan at hindi lang kwarta at ambisyon ang tinutukay. So these are three major segments. And the other group, of course, we want to reach out to. Marami po tayong mga kababayan sa buong mundo, no, na nauuhaw rin para sa spirituality, sa religion. Diyan po ang malaking bahagi po ng ating programming, mahigit